So I did start reading this, and then I was like, nope, we definitely have to do this together. So, Bright Lights, right, is the next set, I guess. Well, not quite, because they're more like Jumpstart, right, just from reading this initial segment. But hey, we'll read together, keep an open mind. So, Metrix City, the busting yeah, okay. No, I've tried this too many times. Too many R's, too many S's for me, personally. Again, well, yeah, this is what it sounds like. Metric City, the bustling yeah, no, I can't do R's and S's. Where ambition meets innovation, where the future of Wraith is reinvented daily in the research center of its mighty conglomerates. That one as well. Wannabe heroes flock to the bright lights of the big city, blinded by the neon signs flashing slogans that you too can become more than human. Bright Lights takes Flesh and Blood gameplay to a new frontier of innovation, with the first ever equipment that start the game in your deck. Transform your base equipment into state-of-the-art Evo equipment and construct the mech suit of your dreams. Curious. First ever equipment that start the game in your deck, and then you either equip them or you upgrade your current equipment. Either way, this is probably not where a lot of us thought they were going to go. Right? We thought they were going to make use of the inventory system and just have ways to swap in and out of gear, or, get rid of your current gear to swap to something else, similar to, obviously, Hurl and Flick Knives, in the case of getting rid of your dagger and equipping a new dagger. To celebrate our first visit, the highly anticipated region of Metrix, this all-new Mechanologist set offers a limited play experience like no other. Countless card combinations open up a vast array of booster draft archetypes. The official Bright Light sealed deck format is the best bang for your buck, yet using our 4 booster packs. And wait, what? Using our 4. Not 3? No, sealed, not 6. 4. I'm confused. How many is it normally? It's 60 cards. No, yeah, it's 6 usually. Right, 90? I need to... I should have a box around here somewhere. What is it normally? 24, 4 sealed draft decks. Yeah, so it's usually 6. And 3-pack crack, shuffle, play, casual play formats. So draft. Or is it kind of draft? Interesting. Jumpstart, right? That's the overall feel. And, well, in line with MTG. Expansion slots. List. Basically the list. Bright Light introduces the expansion slot, a new feature starting with Bright Lights that offers a new content to a range of heroes outside those featured in the product itself. Not the way, again, I was hoping that they were going to go about this. The expansion slot replaces a token in 1 in 15 boosters, similar to how Confors have replaced a token slot in recent Flesh and Blood boosters. Expansion slots are high rarity cards that either expand the story within the wider world of Wraith, expand the tournament card pool of classes and or talents, or serve as an avenue to reprint key cards. I'm curious. So is this just a blanket admission that the history pack does not work? Right? That the history pack is not really desired? Because that's what we need 2 products to reprint certain cards. Interesting. When booster drafting, expansion slot cards are removed from the pack. Okay, so like the list, kept by the person who opened them, same as cold foils. Simply remove the last 2 cards from the boost pack. You start drafting each pack with either 2 token cards or 1 token card plus expansion slot card, or premium force such as extended art. Okay, so also 2 token cards from now on. So you're always guaranteeing 1 I do like that. That's a good change. Right, because it's always been a bit hard to always get the tokens you necessarily want within draft, within sealed. And you do have to then go to the communal pool, so 2 tokens should up that rate. Okay. Also, it's worth noting, this is the first set to touch on Mechanologist, right? Outside of the initial Arcane Rising. Right, what do I mean by that? Well, okay, if you were to not consider all the subtype heroes as new heroes, so for instance, Light Warrior is still Warrior, and Elemental Runeblade is still Runeblade, Mechanologist is the only class, I should say, that hasn't been featured in more than 1 set. Pretty interesting. Become more than human. Don't settle for the ordinary, become more than human with advanced Evo technology available now from your favorite local conglomerate. So I do also imagine that these are going to connect to the professors for segment decks, right? Just because if we look at the pre-release, right? September to October, which I think is earlier again than what we were all expecting. We're expecting October to November, most likely. Driven by the pursuit of alternative energy resources, the giant conglomerate of Metrix. Because if you're curious why, right? So the thing is mental, because in my head I'm reading ahead before I say it, right? So I get to this R, and because of these R's and S's, it goes RSR, and then my head can't comprehend it for whatever reason. Push themselves to the limit and beyond, striving to make life bigger, better, and brighter for everyone in the City of Wonder. Bright Light introduces brand new gameplay mechanics to Flesh and Blood with the first ever equipment starting in your deck. Yeah, we've already read that basically. So, what are our examples? Mechanologist, action equipment, Mechanologist. So is it just Mechanologist? Right? Because this sort of makes it sound like everyone is able to access them. I thought they'd be in the generic slots, right? And again, it's that whole everyone's come here to become more than human, not just Mechanologist. If you have a base head equipment, transform it into this, then equip this. When this transforms from or into an Evo with a different name, your hero gets +1 intellect. Right, that's the intellect symbol. Good. Glad we're finally seeing more use of intellect till the end of turn, and temper. If you have base equipment head, you have a base head equipped. So I just assume any equipment, right? Not reading into that as any rarity or anything like that. Transform it into this, then equip this. So yeah, it does replace, which is fine. If you have one or more Evos equipped, then this gets blah, blah, blah. This is just an action. This is not actual equipment. Is there any more equipment? No. Okay, no. So it's not. It's base equipment. That is a heavy cost. Okay, that is better, right? More balanced. So you have to start with this horrible equipment. Player may add proto arms to their card pool in Brights. Right, yeah, because this is base. And then you can transform it into all these different ones. And we have our new Mechanologist. Nikola Tesla is what comes to mind for me. Not so much the younger version, but also Teklo. Anyway, Esteemed Magnite. Right, what's his effect? You may play your next Evo this turn as well as if it were instant when you do draw a card. And I assume it's just anything with that Evo in its name. All the equipment. Interesting. Now, is it... Who's going to feature? Yeah, we'll continue reading. The new Crank mechanic makes items more playable than ever, and with 30 items in the set, Bright Light is geared up to get your cog spinning. Crack, Shuffle, and Play introduces a new 3-pack casual play format that's easy as Crack, Shuffle, and Play. 3-pack, skip deck construction, jump straight to the fun. So, okay, it does mean this is going to be a highly specific set. Maybe even just completely Mechanologist, right? Because that's the only way really Crack, Shuffle, Play works. In fact, that is the only way Crack, Shuffle, Play works. If they stick any other hero into it, it no longer works. So it is. This is a Mechanologist complete set. Curious. Skip and Play. It's never been easier to play. It's what I wanted, yet I feel weird about it. Right? Right, I was saying specific sets. We'll see how it goes. Pre-release events, we'll get to that article in a second. 2-point differences. Modified formats with 2 points of different rules. Bright Light uses 4 boost packs, yeah, and then decks have maximum size of 40 and a minimum of 30. Instead of just the minimum of 30. And then it will be featured alongside the championship. Right, extra, read all about it. Do we need to? Right. So this is what we want. Set size, 251, so it's the usual. 1 Fable, 7 Legendaries, right? 9 Marvels. 16 card packs, so that's extra token. So you now get 2 tokens. Designed for blah, blah, blah. Contains cold forms available. Release available. Interesting. And then 6th of October. And then you get special versions of the base equipment. Alternative art, right? So it doesn't eat up, so hopefully, fingers crossed, you can still get cold form versions of the normal ones, right? Hopefully. Okay, pre-release. So it's using the new format, that's fine. Players should receive 2 participation packs at the pre-release to get them 6 packs. Packs should be distributed to players at the end of the event, right? Because also, stores can either accommodate more players or have more prize packs per box, right? Essentially. Uses only 4 booster packs, making it the best yet, and they don't really touch on the change from 6 to 8 players. Do they? Anywhere? Not I can see. Stores charge, entry fee. Dates, no. Flexibility. Better structure, price gets sourceably notified, no. Multiple events, no, you can only run one, yeah, so it's the standard, yes, determined by the kits. One kit supports 16 players each. Additional kit will support another 16, so each box is 8, and then a kit is 2 boxes. Minimum of 8 players to run, cool. How long should I budget? No, and then marketing assets, which I do want to look at. Right, so price gets needed, and then how many players. What's in the kits? The 4 Collectible cards, so that's the equipment, the base set hero. 21 Rainbow Foil hero cards. Again, I don't like that this eats into their ability to print them in boxes or anything like that. I think having Rainbow Foil versions of heroes in boxes is something that is somewhat needed, right? Think of the Merchant Hero, well, or Cheyenne, I guess, in Crew, or Dartadol, right? You had the cold foil as the promo, and then the rainbow foil was more accessible. Now it seems like the rainbow foil is the promo, cold foil is kept for a rainy day, and yeah, the boxes, it's just a token. Booster box, sealed deck, price support, no. Rules and policies, no. Coverage, selling products. If my event doesn't sell out, any remaining unused must not be sold prior to the release date, but you can sell them, it's good. Suggested time start, no. Final words. Release casual events to introduce new players to the community. Again, having a supplement, well, not supplement, core. Is it core? Right. Again, if this is Mechanologist only, right? And we don't see that many generics. Very interesting. What I hope to see just means that they need to pump it out. I wouldn't expect it to be 251 though. Again, if it's not just Mechanologist, unless they do combos, right? There's no way to make drafting. I mean, that could be the easiest thing to do, right? Have the core heroes of it be Mechanologist, and then have any cards they do introduce for other heroes be combo cards between Mechanologist and X-Hero, right? Just do like Cybernetic, blah, blah, blah. And that way, their whole crack pack shuffle, jumpstart, just call it jumpstart, easier, right? Is able to work. Okay, marketing, assets. So just product sheet, key art. No one else is featured. It's just these two. Well, that sells it then, right? So it's just to Mechanologist. I'm curious about that. Why not just? Well, I mean, they might not be in the packs, but I would say, you know, have the option of Dartadol and Old Dash as well, right? Just to keep it entertaining. And then it's all just the core workshop. Yeah. So obviously, we'll get a new version of Dash. Logo, cyberpunky. Anything interesting? Gold foils, we've already seen that. Normal displays, price point has increased or anything like that. Rainbow foil, 1 per pack. Rare or higher, 2 per pack. Cold foil, 1 per display, replaces a token. And then token and expansion slot. There we go. 1 per pack. Curious. What are your thoughts? Shall we read the article? I don't really care to read the article, right? It's basically just going to be my own informed decision. Basically, just get from the horse's mouth. Is that not the expression? So I was going to start some discussion on print runs. I might release this earlier than 2 days, right? Because it's hot news. We have a themed core set, right? Just to touch on what I've been talking on, where I was saying it's more manageable, right? If they narrow view focus, but again, at the same time, yes, this is draftable. Yes, it's a new draft experience. I'm sure that's going to rope people in. We're now targeting one group of the cohort out of 24 playable heroes in Classic Constructed. That's the metric I like to use. If you were to use Blitz, right, you just factor in the other variants of heroes, and the numbers go both up, both down, yada yada yada. It's very minute, right? If this was the go again, I was saying don't have it the size of a standard set, 251, and obviously the same price point, right? Fingers crossed, right? I don't want to make speculations because I was completely wrong about China, but fingers crossed. Cards for a lot of different people, utilizing again combo. But yeah, if it's Mechanologist only, I think this is going to not be that great of a set. I mean, maybe the withdrawal for Mech is there, since it hasn't been touched properly since Arcane Rising, right? We've got a few things here and there, but altogether, I don't know. Probably won't buy as much, to be honest, because Mechanologist doesn't take my fancy. Interesting. History pack, not out of print. Yeah, there's still a need to fix up what that's trying to accomplish, for the record. Interesting.